are you doing today?
Hi, good and you?
Doing good. I'm fantastic. I get to talk to both of you today. One of the first questions that I had is while watching this film, it seems that both of you, as a family unit, you kind of have two different reactions to what your son is going through. And Jennifer, with your character, you seem to be more hopeful as a parent when you go to visit him. And Jeffrey, with yours, it seems as though there's a harsh reality of what happens to our young Black man, that this will become a reality for your son. And I wanted you both to speak a little bit more towards the mind space that your characters were in throughout the course of the film. And Jennifer, we can start with you.
Wow, that's a very good observation. Interesting. Um, as a mom, I can well, not only imagine I am a mom. Um, being hopeful or thinking back to the character, going back in his space is like, well, this is not what it was supposed to be. So it has to be a way out of this. And then what you taught your child, what you had in mind for your child. So it's like when they're, because I was just sitting here thinking, like, what do you do and how can you help your kid when you know you've done everything you can, and then when something like this comes along that you didn't plan for, foresee coming, predicted anything, what do you tell that kid then? What can you say other than to be hopeful, be prayerful? You know what I mean? Like, kind of you're grasping for straws in that moment, and I think that's maybe the approach you sense in my portrayal of a character.
Thank you. And Jeffrey?
Yeah, it's a really good distinction that you draw there, and I think um, sometimes there's a line between the optimist and the realist that's drawn, and sometimes one parent plays one and the other plays the other, and perhaps that's what how our viewpoints differ. I think we're connected by love, we're connected by a faith in one another and a faith in our son, but I think there is an understanding from my character's perspective of some of the realities that the system brings. And once you enter uh, that 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 system, there's some serious momentum against you that's very hard to overcome. And I think that as a father, watching his son inside of prison walls, dealing with a trial for a very serious crime that will upend his life. I think the pressures of the realities of the biases that live inside the criminal justice system in our country was, I think, a pretty overwhelming one and a frightening one. So despite his faith in his child as a young man, I think his faith in the system was somewhat broken. Mm. And on a personal way by the experiences his son is going through. Yeah, it's tricky reality for a parent, and something of a nightmare, like a ghost that shows up in the middle of the night and calls on you.
Well, thank you so much for your responses. I appreciate it. And Jennifer, I am in love with your nails. They are giving me my entire life. Yes, give it to me. Yes.
I was going to tell you I love your colors.
Thank you. In my mind, I'm on a beach somewhere. Jeffrey, I love your nails too, Jeffrey. I'm sorry. You played it too.
Come on, y'all.
We're going to give you props too, Jeffrey. I promise.
Well, thank you.
The sweater, the color, yeah.
The blue. I'm here for it all. Okay. Thank you both so much. We got you together. We gave you props. I hope that both of you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Take it easy.
Bye.
Bye.